Well, everybody, the chickens have come home to roost. Grab your favorite beverage, your most comfortable blanket. If you're driving, stay within the lanes because we're about to walk through one of the biggest FAFOs that I've seen in a hot minute, exactly as we thought was going to happen. The whole Democrat ticket in the Virginia is experiencing a catastrophic failure because of a failure to reject a psychopath who wants to homicidically fantasize about murdering children. Yeah, the numbers are in, and this is going to make you smile. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you want to continue to make this country better than we found it for the next generation, because it's just the responsible thing to do with our amazing gifts. And let's get into this, guys. I swear to you, you're going to love this. All right. Make sure you send this out because there's hope in humanity. I mean, that's the only way I can say it. There's actually hope in humanity, a little bit. All right, check this out. Now, you remember this guy, right? Well, this guy was the fantasizing about murdering children and letting the mothers carry or hold the children while they died and killing the father because he's a political opponent. You know, real nice guy running for Democrat of AG in Virginia. Well, it turns out that even in the Democrat cities of Virginia, this is a bit of a problem because the polling is now within the margin of error. We told you this was going to happen. It's not because we're Nostradamus and genius. It's because genuinely this is so bad, but the Democrats are just missing the boat on it. All right, let's get into this, all right? Republican odds surge in Virginia's attorney general race, now at an all-time high. Now, that's obvious. We covered that. I'm going to show you the other side of this as well. Attorney general race in Virginia odds per Kalshi. That's a betting site that says who's going to win by the odds. Republicans are up by 20 points over the Democrats, minus 16 compared to 4 days ago. The population that would put their money behind betting who's going to win and who isn't going to win is saying that this guy is gone. There's a 20-point advantage in Republicans. Ooh, let's talk about that some more because, again, the coattails on this are insane. Again, there's hope in humanity. That's all I'm going to say. Here we go. Here's the actual polling. So I showed you just now the betting markets kind of angle. Now, 2025 Virginia Attorney General race poll. Jason Miyares, 49%, who is +4 over Jay Jones, -6 at 43%, compared to a previous poll. Now, this is polling from Trafalgar, October 8th through October 10th. This is after all the scandal is hitting. This is while the media is doing 0 seconds of coverage on this, and it's still at those numbers. We're just now getting mainline, broad version conservative accounts like Megyn Kelly and other thought leaders in the space starting to hit this. It's only going to go down from here. And guys, I'm telling you, this is going to have coattails not only in the Virginia category of like governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general, like this guy, this psychopath. It's also going to go Democrats national because they didn't jump up. They didn't jump the ship. They didn't say you should step down after fantasizing about murdering kids. They want power that bad. That's the entire point. All right. Let me show you some other stuff here, and we're going to tie all this together in a nice little bow so you can enjoy that Sunday. Major breaking. Virginia Democrat Jay Jones, who wants Republicans and their children to die, falls way behind Jason Miyares, and Winsome Sears is within striking distance for governor. And that is what this whole video is about. I told you through all the updates that we were doing that something was starting to happen in the numbers and in the media coverage and in the debate, and it was starting to percolate, right? Then you've got polling that's happening afterwards. And this is why it's important, because the governor race was significantly worse for the Republican than the Democrat in this. She was up like 8 points or 10 points. Now she is up plus 2.6%. That is within the margin of error. Before it was way gone and Republicans weren't even putting money into this race. Now they've put $3.9 million into the AG up here, and they are now looking at the Republican governorship for Virginia, all because this guy stayed on the ticket. And this is where we're going to have a little bit of analysis and commentary on it. The reason this is so important is because it speaks to the overall Democrat ethos and Democrat perception. That's the entire point. So in a poll I showed you earlier, that Democrats were perceived as two things: weak and extreme. And the question is, how could you be weak and extreme at the exact same time? This is how. Because you've got a Democrat candidate for AG who is clearly unfit for office, or even honestly, in my opinion, rational society. But then you've also got the Democrats who fully embraced and were afraid to go against him because the tiger they had by the tail, the woke tiger, was going to turn around and bite him if they dumped this guy. So they didn't want to lose their chance, so they basically ran the gambit of, we're going to keep running him even though he might lose, so hopefully we don't automatically lose, and then also hopefully it won't drag down the rest of the ticket. It's dragging down the rest of the ticket. This is the whole point. When I say we're going to save the country together, it's because the Democrats have a violent woke left problem, and it's showing up in their candidates now. It is percolated in the system and the population, and now it's working up into the leadership cycle. That's what you're seeing, and that's what the backblast here is. Watch, we're going to keep on going. But guys, I'm telling you, they are losing culturally and overall in the sphere of perception. Let's keep on going. Let me zoom in for you guys here. Winsome Sears post-debate poll narrows race to 2 points. Virginia is officially in play. New Trafalgar numbers show Abigail Spanberger at 47.7 and Winsome Sears at 45.1%, a razor-thin 2-point gap that confirms what insiders already knew. Virginia is a battleground again. Spanberger was buoyed by friendly media, out-of-state donors, and her refusal to answer a single real question about parental rights, abortion, and gender policy. That all changed when she fell apart on the debate stage. Virginians saw through the facade, and there's no putting the genie back in the bottle. That's the whole point. Guys, this debate stage thing was horrible because it reminded everyone of Biden. Biden's had the worst debate stage performance on the planet, and it cost them the House, the Senate, and the White House. This woman just went on the Virginia debate stage, completely bombed, didn't condemn the AG, didn't withdraw her endorsement, mealy-mouthed danced around it because she's weak. One of them is extreme, and the other side is too weak to do anything about it. That's what you're seeing right now. You've got the Democrat Party, which is literally too weak on one side, the other side's too extreme, and the weak side won't reel in the crazy side, and so you look like the whole Democrat Party is crazy. That's what's happening, objectively. Let's keep on going. I'm going to dive into the numbers because I always bring the receipts. Everything's linked in the description. All right, so here's the actual numbers for you guys. Trafalgar Group, Virginia statewide election polls 10-8, 10-10. Virginia governor, as you can see, it's the 2-point race. Lieutenant governor, it's a less than 1-point race. And Virginia AG, which is where the psychopath lives, is 6 points underwater. 6 and almost 7 points underwater for the Democrat. But now I want to show you something incredibly crucial to understand. All right, this is the sweet spot right here. The Virginia governor, this is the actual poll data when you dive into the actual details. This one right here, margin of error of 2.9%. Why is that important, Braden? It's a funny thing you ask, you amazing, loving patriot, America-loving patriot. The reason why is because it is now 2.6 in the differential. If it's a 2.6 differential and they've got a margin of 2.9%, that means this race is completely in toss-up category. I'm not guaranteeing you you're going to win. I'm not guaranteeing you anything. My personal standpoint on all these things is vote like you're losing, and that's it. That's simple. Vote like you're behind. Good talk. See you at the polls. But what you're dealing with right now, and this is the big tie-in, the Democrats are exposing themselves and reinforcing everything that everyone knows. You've got the far left extreme crazy, which is perceived as extreme, and you got the middle Democrat establishment, which is too weak to rein in the crazy. That's what you are seeing right now. That's why they can be perceived as both weak and extreme. And the entire outcome is everyone walks away from them because those are two very bad things. And that's what I've got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one.